This is a woman who will end up with a shut-up ring. If you don't know what a shut-up ring is, it's basically when you pester and beg a man for a ring for so long that eventually he just gives you the ring so you will shut up and stop asking for it, but he doesn't actually want to give it to you, and you will pay for that the entirety of your marriage. She wanted a ring for Christmas, not a coyote. And now I always look at the comments, I always look at different things before I ever make content about this, but these people are putting their relationship on the internet. And someone said, you know, you've always wanted a real diamond engagement ring. That's right, I bought a horse vibes. And she said, I actually don't want an expensive ring at all, waste of my money. When he asked what ring I wanted, I sent him a $90 ring, a symbol of my commitment, but not about the size and definitely not about the money. He doesn't want to commit to you. He doesn't want to marry you. $90 is what I pay for my internet per month. The man does not want to marry you. When I tell you I have this saying, there are worse things than being alone. And sometimes I'll talk to people who are like, oh, you've been single for a while. And I'm like, yes, because I'm so aware that there are worse things than being alone. And one of those worst things is trying to convince a man of your worth and sticking around trying to do that. If a man doesn't want to commit to you and you have to beg him to do it, he simply does not want to commit to you. And I fear begging him, crying and pleading for it, and him finally breaking down and doing it is essentially like coercion, right? Like you had to coerce someone to marry you and you think that that marriage is going to go well for you. When men get into relationships, they know if a woman wants to get married. And if you're a woman who wants to get married, because some women don't, if you're a woman who wants to get married and he knows this and he's not proposing, he does not want to marry you. And I fear this is something we really need to like get through to women, is coercing a man to marry you will never end well for you. He will go out and cheat. He will do whatever he wants. He doesn't want to be there. But at least especially in the way that you want him to. And having standards is not saying that I'm expecting men who don't want to do this thing for me. Like if you want a man who pays all your bills, it's not trying to convince a man who doesn't want to do those things to do those things. It's saying that I'm not going to date someone who doesn't want to do those things, because there are men who want to pay bills for women. And you find that not by pursuing men who want to go 50-50 and convincing them of your worth. You do that by sticking it out and waiting for the man who wants to, and being okay with, if that's what you want in a relationship, you might never get that. If you want to be married, you don't stick around and wait for the shut-up ring. Because yes, it might only cost him $90 financially, but it is going to cost you far more, because that man is going to resent you.